Hi, I'm Adam Johns from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm joined here at Halas Hall by colleague Patrick Finley. This is our final draft preview edition of the Bears Beat video. We talked to Ryan Pace today at Halas Hall. Pat, let's go over all the talking points. There's 170 players on his big board. There are 7 players that he's targeted, or his staff has targeted, that they're okay with taking at number 7. They fielded calls for the 7th overall pick. They're comfortable moving down, but he won't rule out moving up, but he'll be mindful of the cost. And they've removed players from their big board because of character concerns and injury reasons. What do you think?
I think he painted a pretty thorough picture of where they are right now. He joked when he first arrived that after all this, he'll go buy us all a beer and tell us everything. And we all know that that's not going to happen. But, he laid out, the case for moving back, and the case for moving up isn't quite as compelling. Reading between the lines, it sounds like a wide receiver would make a ton of sense for them there. He talked about pairing someone with Alshon Jeffrey. He talked about how if there's an impactful player, even if he's in a deep class, that doesn't make him less impactful. You got to go get him. I mean, reading the tea leaves there, I'm still thinking receiver makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he continues to say, though, that there's a lot of needs across his board. I mean, you could look at defensive line. They need a nose tackle, really, to back up Jeremiah Ratliff, and Danny Shelton could be there at number 7. You need outside pass rushers, edge rushers. You need another safety. I know you can wait on that because it's a thin position. You probably need another cornerback. Then you need some offensive line help. Again, there are plenty of green magnets, as the Bears say, on their needs list right now.
Yeah, there is, and when you look at the draft that's out there, it's very deep in receivers, very deep in pass rushers. But Ryan Pace reiterated today that length in a pass rusher is really important to him. Just philosophically, going back through the years, that's what he looks for. So maybe you can cross off some of the shorter guys who have been really productive in college, but maybe won't translate as well as workout warriors like Bud Dupree from Kentucky, who at 7 might make sense for them.
I think we got to look at the John Fox connection here too. And history says that his teams take defensive players. Like, I know they need another receiver to pair with Alshon Jeffrey because Brandon Marshall is gone. They may need a running back because Matt Forte's situation is pretty unclear at this moment. But John Fox and Vic Fangio are building a new defense here, a 3-4 defense, and they need to find players that fit this profile. And history says John Fox is swayed towards defense, especially in the first round.
Well, and I hate to keep repeating the stat, but 2 years ago, they had the worst defense they've ever had. Last year, they had the second worst. It was that way because they don't have talent there. It wasn't all Mel Tucker's fault. So, they need to fill in almost every defensive position if they can.
All right, let's make our picks. Go ahead.
Kevin White, if I had to, if we're allowed to make trades in this fictional world, maybe I'm trading back and going Danny Shelton. But at 7, I think Kevin White from West Virginia makes too much sense.
I'm still sticking with Danny Shelton. I think that Ryan Pace, he knows this is a deep draft class. And look, his ratings are different than what we may think and every insider may think. There could be some smoke shows by Ryan Pace. So I think he waits on a receiver, gets the best nose tackle in the draft this year, and Danny Shelton. Look, I know he hasn't met with the Bears. He hasn't come here, but there's no character concerns. This guy is more than a 2-gap, nose-plugging big man. He can do different things. He can rush the passer. I think they go Danny Shelton.
And he's been compared to some of the great defensive tackles of our time by guys who know this better than I do. So there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be a Pro Bowl player, whether it's for the Bears or someone else.
All right, he's Patrick Finley. I'm Adam Johns. The draft is finally Thursday here in Chicago. See, ChicagoSunTimes.com.